What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. Today we are gonna take a look at 89 Batman Deluxe from Hot Toys, and you can order this at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. It came back from the dead. I thought this guy was done. As of the recording of this, it's came back, and then now it's on pre-order. But it's a beautiful figure, especially if you never had or don't have the X09. This is an iconic figure, and honestly, I got the deluxe version. Just the diorama itself looks phenomenal to me. I'm a diorama guy. I feel like this Cathedral diorama, you can use it for anyone, not even just Batman, just the sheer size of it. Just be ready for the box though, because I was not expecting this box to be this huge. It feels like a quarter scale box. So if you don't have space, just be ready. The box itself, as you can see, there's nothing exciting about it. It's just black. The diorama itself though, for what, like $60 more? This is not like the No Way Home diorama, because when I got that, it's smaller than I thought it would be. So I was expecting the same way, but this is the exact opposite, which is a good thing. This is bigger than I thought it would be. I thought it was just gonna be like, a simple wall and all that stuff, but it is legit. It's a legit diorama that you, if you're a Batman fan, you need to have. Now we're gonna jump over to unboxing this guy. It's again, it's quite an experience because it's massive. Just to give you the scale, so this is just the figure in its own clamshell. I'm assuming that this is somewhat what it would look like if you only had the non-deluxe version. You can see that sheer size right there. It's massive. It's massive. You can see from the bottom part. So this is the figure and the gargoyle. You can kind of peek through it. So you open this up. I mean, you don't necessarily need the base, but for the price difference, it's hard to say no on the base. You open it up and you see the figure with all the accessories that it comes with. Again, I never had the DX09. I always wanted to have one, but the price back then was just insane. So I always thought, and I never had the DX08 as well. I had a Mime Joker, I think that's DX14, and I sold it since. I thought I was never going to have the X09. I wasn't willing to pay the price they were asking for, and it was an older figure at the time that I sold my Mime Joker. And I was just like, you know what, it's not worth it. I lost hope up until the resurgence, or the downfall, should we say, of Marvel in DC to an effect that prompted Hot Toys to make older figures. Now we're seeing the fruits of that. Like, we're getting new Terminators, and look at this. This is massive, and it's heavy as well. You see the gargoyle. It also moves. There's a lot of details in it. You see the green tint, kind of like a cement, and then an older one at that it turns as well. It's beautiful. So let's take a closer dive on the accessories here. So you got the gloves. That looks pretty cool. Nicely sculpted, and you got several hands in here. It gives you that leather feel to it. And then these are like the gripping hands. You can see it's closed fist, so you could kind of have him hold grappling gun and different sorts of accessories that he does have. Not for this one though. It's the bigger grip right here. It feels like a gun in there. Let's see here. I'm looking at on Big Bad's website on what what do you call those accessories. So this is the grappling gun, and then you could, this has a magnet as well, so you could detach this, put them into two places, which I would show later on. That is the magnet, so that goes to the belt. That's the hook on the front. You could remove it, and then there's a clip that you could attach to the belt, which I recommend you don't do. I mean, you could do it. This is when he lifted Vicky into, I don't know, to the buildings and all that. She asked how much she weighs. I think she said 108, something like that. Then you get some. This is her shoe. One shoe. She's like, is it Cinderella, Snow White? You know, pretty cool white shoe in there. You could just put it on the base. I forgot. Is this any? I don't know if that's any significance. This is the bomb timer. Is this what it is? I guess I'm looking at or because the other one's the remote. So this I'm guessing the bomb timer. I haven't seen the movie in a while, so I watched clips of it though. You know, and this is, what do you call this? Punch gear. Okay, so this is the punch gear. So I've seen some of the promotional pictures. So I guess you put it like this, and you know, you punch hard. I guess. And this, I don't know what this is. Smoke capsules. 3 smoke capsules. Oh, this is the remote. I remember this. He talks to this to call in the Batmobile. And this, you got 3 ninja stars, or shuriken, or whatever you call that. I don't remember him using that, but I guess it's there, so it's cool. You also have this not the grapple gun, the rope attached batarang. It says here 2 ninja wheels. Oh yeah, you got 2, and this is nicely done. There's metals at the bottom, and then you get 2 face plates. One is basically unusable. The other one is the default one, and I guess I put the bloody one on him. And then you got this 3 smoke capsules here, which again I dropped it. I don't remember him using this. I'm sure he just drops it. Oh no, maybe when he's in the factory. I think he used that. And this is the cool big gauntlet with line launcher. He used this on the museum. Yeah, so this one is pretty cool. It's huge, but the silver part is kind of tight. So you got to be careful that you don't just damage or scratch his gauntlet. His gauntlet is pretty fragile as well. But this has a working spring. It's really scary moving it around. You keep it like this, you're kind of putting tension on the spring. So you might not want to leave it in that position. Maybe just, you know, lessen the tension, and also don't try to rub off those paint to one another. I'm sure it'll survive, but it's a pretty cool. I don't know where he stores this or where he got this from. You know, his utility belt cannot accommodate all that. But this is for me the star of the figures, the diorama. First time we're seeing this. The DX09 never had this. It did had those, and it kind of has the reminiscing of that. Look at this gargoyle light here. It is beautiful. You could remove this, but the paint application, the way you hold it just feels premium. You could spin this around as well, so you know you can have him like facing whatever way. This is on the top of the cathedral where, you know, Joker died. Spoiler alert, it's been what, like 30 years. And then you see some wood panels in here, some chipped wood and exposed. They're pretty sharp. And now you're gonna insert the cradle, and then in this part you could also insert, I don't know if this is the right way, you can, you know, go back and forth with this, but the wood grain in here, the paint application looks pretty good. Also on the bricks itself, it looks old, aged, and it just has a lot of texture in it. That, again, it doesn't need to be a Batman figure. Yes, this is the cathedral, and it looks beautiful. You can put Spider-Man in here when he was fighting Goblin, you know, in Spider-Man 1. So you could do that. And then you have some I guess demon that for the spout, so the water comes out of there. There's a lot of cool details in this diorama, and it's big and heavy. I wish you could combine this. I'm pretty sure I have some. And then there's different colors as well. They kind of like a greenish tint by the post. I'm guessing there's like moss, you know, paint in here. But overall, you can, well, not necessarily have him display in this position, but for photography wise, you can have him peeking on that side. And then this gargoyle light right here, you could remove it as well. You see the post on his feet. so you could take it off as easily. So you can't have him stand alone, obviously, because of the post. It's meant to peg in to the key in to that hole, but the idea is you can remove him and have Batman stand or perch into this. Yeah, no. For me, I mean, I've seen pictures who, they've done that, but nope, not on my watch. If he has that key, maybe, but nope. But the Batsuit itself, this has a bit of a controversy in it by itself. Compared to DX 09, this has a lot of textures in it. And it caused a big stir in the community. You can see the belt, you could attach this. I don't know why they made that decision. I don't know. The belt is a different color as well. And this is the clip that I was talking about. I'm not going to do this. I'm just, showcasing this for the review. So, yeah, he did attach it on his belt. And then they kind of grapple hook onto the top. And then he left Vicky by herself. But, yeah, this has magnets that you could just attach just like so. I won't ever do it. I'll keep it in a box or on my accessories tackle. But going back to it, so I don't know. I did have Batman Forever. Is it Forever or Returns? Batman Returns. That one is a nightmare to pose. I'm assuming the DX09 is the same way. Posability wise, this is a lot better than that Batman, the one that I had. I can't speak for DX09, but as far as the texture, I think somebody watched this movie in 4K, and then all of a sudden he was just like, man, it's sharper now. So we gotta bump up the texture level to our current technology now. But that's not really the case, because I've seen some video on YouTube where they have the actual, I don't know if it's real, the actual suit that he used supposedly, and it still doesn't. It has texture, but not as prominent as this. The cape itself is decent. I wish it has more of a leather grain texture on it. It has some wires. This is nicely detailed, but those gauntlet fins are the ones who breaks off easily. If this guy causes a tumble by accident, there's a huge chance that you would break one of those. I wish they were rubber. There's no practical way why they have to be hard plastic. And we're looking at some close-up details. The belt, I know it's a different color. You could also move around those panels. This, I wish the fins were rubber, and then the Jordans that he does have. That looks pretty cool. Nicely sculpted. They removed the Nike symbol, but oh my goodness. Another controversy is the mouth plates. It's like slash the head sculpt. I've seen reviews by other and more knowledgeable 89 Batman fan than myself. They're saying that the cowl is better shaped this time around than the X09. And I should agree. I think the texture of this cowl would have been perfect for the overall body, which it's not absurd. One thing that they fixed as well is the rolling eyeball system. Before, there was a window on the back of his helmet that you have to, that you open up and you move the head around. Now, functionality, that is not bad, because now you don't have to remove the head sculpt over and over, unlike this. But aesthetically, it's not appealing. Although you wouldn't really display Batman backwards, but the fact that it has this huge window is just visually not satisfying. I have no problem with this faceplate right here. Do I think just visually the DX09 looks better? I would say so. This is not bad at all. So this is how it works out. So you remove this, I'm not a big fan of this. You can to remove the faceplate as well. It's not magnet like DX09, so you kind of just have to push it in the back, or they gave you a tool as well which you could use. And then to access the eyes, you have you can move it with your fingers or whatever the case may be. I wish instead of just a friction fit or those tabs, it's magnet, because I feel like every time you push it down, this face is, I don't know what happened here. Why does he have so big teeth? A lot of people are posting the meme of that girl. I don't know what the name of the meme is, but you know what I'm talking about when you see it. It's never going to be used. I don't even remember a scene. I mean, if you do, let me know in the comments and I'll take a screen grab of that. But I don't remember having this look whatsoever. I don't know why I went to the extreme close-up. That two front teeth is just, yeah. I don't know what kind of eye positioning you would do to make this look good. Maybe to the side. This one looks good. I like this look a lot. He looks maniacal in this. He has blood all over him. I like this. I like this. This one would be used in the normal version. So I like both. And also, man, they gotta do a DX08 2.0. I know it's already good, but it could benefit from, you know, a fresh coat of paint, and some good old tailoring from Hot Toys. Like this guy right here. I like the paint application here. By DX09, I don't have that anymore, but I know there's a reason I sold it, and I wasn't doing. They're doing the next Batman as well. That one is a good diorama too. I'm gonna get that too. Now, articulation wise, I removed the cape so you have a better idea. So this is a rubber suit, and normally rubber suits they bounce back, they fight with you. So here you can see the T-pose is not completely out there. You could raise the arm, you know, kind of like when shooting, but you can see it's bunching up here, and that is expected. I wish the ratchet was a little stronger so it would hold. I'm surprised about the past 90 of the elbow here, but again, I wouldn't leave it in this position for so long. And as you can see, there's a lot of, you're gonna crack this rubber if you do so. There is ratchet on his waist. See there, it moves up and down. Decent amount of leg raise. I don't know how you're gonna make this guy sit, because you never can in his Batmobile. There's a bend on his knee as well, and then there's some ankle articulation here inside. It's not split cut boot, but it's there. I don't think you need to, because you're not posing him. There's also some, you know, butterfly joints in there. There's some rotation on the leg, but I figured this stiff, you know, you could have probably put some layers in here to make him move, but the actual actor in the suit couldn't move either. You can see the neck part here. That's how you attach it. So we'll go to some poses here. Look at him. Look at this beautiful scene right here. Combine that with this nice diorama. I get it if you don't have the space, but honestly, the diorama doesn't take up that much space. The height, maybe, but at the same time, you could remove the gargoyle if you're going to put it on a DTOF, and that would still work. Now, width-wise, you know, if you are, you know, cramping up your Hot Toys, then I get it. But you can't deny the presence that this diorama does have, that could do into your display, especially for somebody like me who just got this Batman. And this is the museum where he shot that line launcher. I still don't know how that works. Kind of ridiculous, and ridiculous that an item this big is that's the only use that it does have. But as you can see here, I wanted the arm to go up a little bit higher, so he would shoot it the right way, but it just wouldn't. It's fighting with me, and trust me, I'm not too careful when handling this Batman. He can't turn his head either, but that's pretty accurate as well. So he's just guessing at this point. And this is another issue that I was having. On the prototype, the metal rod is not that long, so you can barely see it on their prototype pictures. But in real life, IRL, what my kids say, it's not the case, because you can shove it inside and you would still have, I guess if I get it a lot closer into the cape itself, but at the same time I'm having trouble giving him the T-pose because his arm can only go up so high. So this is the best. I'll play around with it more. Hopefully in some pictures I can make it right. But I'm pretty happy with the elbow bend, as you can see here when he's about to shoot his grappling gun. It's nice. And also you can see the cape, because it's wired in so many places. You could have this effect of just wind flowing and all that stuff. So that this is a good picture as well. What is he holding in his hand? Okay, I did put in the smoke. Oh no, that's the ninja wheels / ninja star that he does have. So this is the Gotham streets right here with Vicky Vale when he used that. And finally, I can pose my old school Superman and Batman together. The BVS that we never had. Finally here. I love them both. I wish that they would give this Reeves Superman a 2.0. Well deserved. But then again, InArt supposedly is making a 2-pack. And that's my wish all throughout. So I can finally use my diorama of this phone booth. But I'm all for it. If they ever make one, please sign me up. Especially if it's InArt. After receiving 2 InArt figures, I'm all for that one. But before that happens, it's gonna take years. I'm gonna enjoy posing this to parts of my childhood together, and they look pretty great. They look amazing in my opinion with this. What is this? MMS? No, DX09 2.0. Final thoughts on this guy. Again, this is coming from someone who never owned DX09. If you had DX09 and you're pretty happy with it, maybe you can get the diorama, somewhere else cheap. There's a lot of good things to say about the DX09. I think the faceplate looks better. The overall suit looks better. I don't have that to compare with this guy, but I'm just speaking for what I have in front of me, and it's pretty phenomenal. If you never owned an 89 Batman, this is the way to go. I mean, DX09, you could buy one used, but you don't know what condition you're getting. What is that, like a 10-year-old figure, maybe more by now? Or if you want to play it safe, you could get the other Batman that's about to come out. There's 3 Keatons that's going to come out, or will Hot Toys produce. This one returns in the Flash movie. Now that's the Flash movie, so leave it as it may, but the next one has a Keaton head sculpt. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna get that too. That has a beautiful diorama. I just hope they go out on this line. Like, give us DX08, give us Penguin, give us Michelle Pfeiffer. Just go out. just do it. Give us Alfred for all I care. Give us a Bruce Wayne. It's about time. Let's step away from Marvel and all that stuff and let's go back to the roots. I'm all for it. I hope they do it. I hope they sell enough that they would see the value of these guys, of my generation growing up and loving these characters. Let me know in the comments, what do you feel about this figure? Are you gonna cop one? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.